property that has never been until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Star Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry. All right, and very good evening to you. Oh, right. Okay. So my microphone, I've been talking, but my microphone has been off. Please forgive me. Right. So, hey, welcome to the Property Hour Show live on Star Radio UK. This and every Thursday from the hours of 7 p.m. To 8 p.m. And we are super excited. This is a brand new year, and we are back with a bang. And you know why the excitement is huge is the fact that our very guest, he is a triple VIP personality. He's a trailblazer, a pace setter, the man of the moment, the man that is turning many lives around by empowering them. He gathers many to impact what he has gone through the ranks, the mail to achieve. And tonight, hey, if you're watching us, we're super excited for you to join us. We are streaming live on so many platforms. On Twitter is our Star Radio UK. On YouTube is our YouTube channel, the Star Radio UK YouTube channel. And also we are live on www.starradiouk.com, and also our interactive app you can download from the Android or Apple store and listen on the go. Please listen on the go, and I believe that you'll be able to get some incredible information. Information is everything, because if you have information, you are ahead of the many. And also we are streaming on Facebook. On Facebook we streaming on KB Bossman Facebook page, and also Archie Hammond Facebook page as well, and Star Radio UK fan page. Our main page, we having some challenges, so we still working on it, but you can watch from our fan page, and also Star Radio UK Global. Star Radio UK Global, you can watch from there as well. And Periscope, we are live, and also across so many social media platforms. My guest is all set, and I believe that he's ready to roll, and you're going to enjoy this. If this is your first time watching us, to be quite honest, to me, I enjoy having this gentleman on the show every time. Why? Because he gives freely, and everybody that gives is a living being. You will never lack, and this man has been blossoming. He's been expanding. He's been spreading across the nation of the United Kingdom, and he's going to share some of that with us. But the topic is the property market dead? So, my guest tonight, he's the founder of Property Entrepreneurs Network. Property Entrepreneurs Network. He's a mentor, a coach, also an investor, a developer, and he's also, I believe he's going to get into writing some amazing books pretty soon, because this is a man that's read I mean, hundreds of books already. So, help me welcome tonight. We let me acknowledge our sponsors, CIG Properties and also M&M Concept. The beautiful flyers are designed by M&M Concept. They are based in Accra, Ghana, but you know what? They're a global company that can deliver within the shortest possible time with a discount for you if you mention Star Radio UK. The details we can give it, I'll give it out at the end of the program. We're sponsored by Mia Associates as well and Kerry's Furniture. The good news is that Kerry's is not only in the United States alone, but now they are in Tema in Ghana. And so they can deliver to your doorstep. We'll talk about that a bit more towards the end of the program. But hey, let me shoot straight to my VVIP guest, Jack. How you doing?
Bossman, thank you.
How you doing, Jack?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, super good, super good. It's always a joy to have you.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here, to be serving as usual. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. And I believe, I mean, are we? Should I say we're still in the New Year mood?
I had a tough New Year.
Why?
I don't know if I'd like to go back.
Why?
Personal stuff. My son had a little accident, so we were sitting in hospital for like a week.
Oh no!
But he's okay. We are very, very blessed. He's okay.
Wow! Thank God.
But no, out of the New Year mode, really cracking on with the property side. Just really, really busy at the moment.
It's busy. It's getting bigger and better. But we hope and pray that your son is much better now.
He is. Yes. Thanks God.
That family comes first, and they are the most important to us. You know.
Certainly.
Very key. Wonderful. Right, okay. Jack, and for those that do not know you, I've introduced you, but what have you been doing over the last couple of years? I'll always ask you this question because we'll always have new people that are watching us for the first time that don't know you, they don't know your story, how you've gone through the ranks to be where you are. So if you can share a little bit of your background and where you are and where you're aspiring to be. We'll talk about that later on. But sure. Where you've come from.
So I mean, I'm originally from Afghanistan. Not many people know this.
Wow.
I came to UK about 23 years ago.
Wow.
And I came with literally £300 in my pocket.
£300.
That is all I had, and I've had absolutely no help from anyone ever in my life.
Wow.
So I've been what you call the, hardcore, on the ground, working long hours, trying to work hard as well as much as we can work smart, kind of person. The last 2 years I've been investing into a couple of projects. We've now got about 4 hotels under management. I'm also the founder of PEN. You know that, but I'm just sharing with those who are listening, which is propertyentrepreneursnetwork.com. It's actually the world's first social media platform. So behind the scene, there's a bunch of things people can do. You can go and get registered for free, connect with investors, find properties, connect with builders and agents and solicitors and architects and planners and so on, and all of that is absolutely free. You can connect with investors, you can find investors there, you can find JV partners there, you can upload your properties for free. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scene of PEN. And like I said, we are managing 4 hotels at the moment. We are also, at any given time, we're looking at different deals and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last 2 years. Before that, you know that we were doing developments. We still are investing, but not really doing developments, but more like focusing on planning uplifts. So that's where I have been investing my time.
Wow. That's good news. And let me say that I'll go deeper with regards to the hotels, because not many might understand the concept of the hotel. But your stories is as I put it out there, sending the flyer out, I had one or two comments as to why is a story inspiring, and you've just nailed it, as in quote, like your background, like you're coming from Afghanistan, and the kind of mindset some other people have. And your story, to me, I mean, I always talk about you to people as to where you started. I remember the first interview we had with you with Vicky, and how you were starting the whole PEN group, the Property Entrepreneurs Network, and you were giving information, you were giving for free, you were passionate about it, and we're like, why people are selling this for thousands of pounds and you're giving it for free? Seriously? Yeah. But hey, that is the story for me. That's the story of the century in the industry, because of, as you said, you walked into this country £300. There are people that came here with £10,000, and you know what did they do with that? You understand? So thank you for sharing that. But I want us to talk about, we'll come to the hotel side, but I want us to talk about the state of affairs when it comes to the market, the property industry. What is it looking like at the minute?
Okay. On ground, some facts. There are 3 titanic shifts that are happening as we speak, not just in the property industry,
right,
but overall business.
Okay.
And most people, I would say 80% of the people in the country are not even aware of it. Those 20% that are aware, there's only a limit to what some people can do.
Yeah.
And only the top maybe 3 or 5% people will make the most out of these titanic shifts.
Okay.
But at the same time, back in 1988, I'll share the 3 titanic shifts of what's really happening.
Right.
But back in 1988, the interest rates were up in the range of sort of 15%.
In 1988?
88 in UK. And I know people personally who walked into banks with keys of their of the homes.
It's not funny,
and they
though,
said to the banks, you know what? You can keep these keys, we can't pay.
Wow.
I believe we're going to see...
Jack, you're breaking up a little bit. Okay, we have a slight hit there, and we will try and get Jack back. Jack, are you okay? We'll try and get him back, and we will continue. In the 1980s, 88, people walking into banks and handing the keys over because the interest rate were hitting the roof.
Sorry, Bossman, I lost your voice there.
Yes, we lost you there, and thank you for joining us again. Please go ahead. You were talking about in 1988, people walking into the bank and handing keys over.
Just hand them the keys, yeah, because they just couldn't afford to pay 15%.
Woo!
I don't think it's going to be back to that level.
Right.
But I do know that there is a really big number of people who are going to struggle to pay their mortgage. And that means there's going to be lots of repossessions. There's going to be lots of people literally just handing the keys and saying, we can't pay. And I'm not just talking about residential properties, people owning properties.
Right.
I'm talking about business where people are just not able to pay their utility bills. So I'm not just talking about property per se. I'm saying people who run small businesses. I met someone who runs a chippy.
Jack, it looks like the network, the internet, because your voice is still shaking. We're struggling to hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better now. Thank you. Please go ahead.
I was saying that the SME sector is going to massively struggle. I mean, I met someone who runs a chippy the other day. He said my gas bill was £8,000.
No way.
A month.
No way.
So what's happened with the SME sector is they're going to massively struggle. And with not just these utility bills and the high interest rates on their mortgage side and so on and so forth, most of the SME space is going to struggle massively, leading to mass unemployments, leading to lots and lots of bankruptcies, people who've borrowed money on bounce back loans not being able to pay. There's a lot of, it's almost like a one level of Titanic shift that people are not able to see at the moment, but you're going to start to see really the peak of it in about 12 months' time.
In 12 months?
In about 12 months' time. Okay, so that's a one Titanic shift, which, like I said, many people are not able to see, which is going to come, which is people not being able to pay their mortgages just because their business is suffering, they're paying higher interest rates on their homes, and so on and so forth. Massive unemployments, a lot of businesses going bankrupt just because they just can't pay utility bills, bounce back loans, and on top of that, their mortgages just pretty much. There's going to be massive numbers.
Wow.
I mean, if you look at the basic economics, right? They can push the interest rates, 10+%, and that's going to wipe out the 90% of people and going to leave maybe about 10%, maybe less than that. Really fortunate, those who are sitting on cash, and literally wipe out the rest of the 90% of the population.
Wow.
That's just basic economics, right? That's just not rocket science. That's a one Titanic shift, okay? Because of the utility bills, bounce back loans, and high interest rates, SME sector is going to massively struggle. That's one side. The second Titanic shift that most people can't see is that the property market, what they used to call vanilla investment, is practically dead because of Section 24.
What investment? Say that again.
Which is your Section 24.
Okay.
Right? So you're not able to now deduct the mortgage as an expense, leading to paying higher, taxes, which means the vanilla investment, what they call the buy-to-let market, is dead.
Wow.
So the only people who will actually invest into buy-to-let or either someone who doesn't understand numbers or someone who's making a lot of money in some other business and now just wants to talk money, doesn't want to make money, just talk his on tangible assets, because you're not going to make money from buy to let.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a Titanic shift in and itself of breaking a pattern of the last 100 plus years. If you go and check online, the buy to let, investments have been going on for nearly 100 years, right? That pattern has been broken. So now you're not going to make money from buy to let. Like I said, the only time anyone who understands numbers is going to invest into buy to let is when they're making money from a different business, don't know where to invest, wants to park in a tangible asset. They don't want to necessarily make money out of it. It's all like, okay, I have got 100 grand or 100 million or a billion, and I just want to take that money and park it into a tangible asset. Other than that, buy to let is practically, forget about making a profit, you'll make a loss. So that's a second titanic shift that's happening. So buy to let space is dead. The only space that's profitable in the property industry, there's 3 strategies that are working. One is your developments or planning uplifts. That's one. Okay. Second is your BRR strategy, which is buy, refurb, refinance strategy, which is still working. And the third one is lease options or option agreements, or they call it delayed completions. It doesn't really matter what you name it. These are the 3 strategies that are really working. And the only people who can actually kind of work on these strategies and make a profit are the ones who are skilled. Those who have learned these strategies in depth, focused, and doing it full time. Those are the only people who are going to make money. Other than that, every strategy that you see out there is either going to make a loss, or someone has to keep it really, really small to make a profit, which means you're still really not going to make a profit. Okay, because business is about scalability. If there's no scalability, to me, that's not a business. I mean, you can keep, you can take a rent-to-rent portfolio, maybe keep 10 properties, make 5 grand. I don't call that a business. Okay.
Right.
But the rent-to-rent business, again, is going to suffer massively, because now, if a rent-to-rent unit was making 500, £1,000 or £2,000 a month, now the utility bills is going to wipe those profits out.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rent-to-rent space is dead. The HMO space is suffering due to all these compliance issues, and the councils charging for every room, the utility bills. Again, the profits in HMO space have been massively reduced. And like I said, all the compliance and red taping, I believe, is going to massively. The HMO space is going to suffer. So you really just don't have much there. The only space is development. Either you'd call it residential development or commercial to resi conversions or planning uplifts. That's just one strategy, whichever space you focus on. And the second one is BRR again. Again, that's development. You can call it BRR again. That's just development on a smaller scale. And lease options, again, that's delayed completions. They're all very much correlated. These are the only 3 strategies that are working. Going back to your answer, to your question, 2 titanic shifts happening at the moment, which most people are not aware of. If you're in an SME sector and you're happy making 2,000 a month, working 10, 12 hours a day, fine, that's fine. To me, that's not a business, with respect, but you're going to suffer. If you are invested in buy to let, come out before you start to lose money and you start to think, what the hell is happening? So 2 major titanic shifts. And the third one, which not a lot of people are aware of. Okay. And it's going to take some time, but once it does, it's going to affect people massively, those who are ready, which is converting into digital currency. So the money that we spend now, our money is in a bank account, or we have cash in our hand. This is going to disappear. The UK government is already working on it.
Jack, sorry to interrupt you. The network, we can hear you, but you sound very faint.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so I was saying the third titanic shift is really the digital currency conversion.
Okay,
I believe it's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years, maybe 3 to 6 years, I would say. The day the government is going to announce that's major shift in terms of how everything is done.
We're still. I think the network is playing up. It's playing up a little bit.
Okay, my network. Just checking. Looks okay.
You look okay. You tend to sort of fluctuate. It goes up and down. But let's do it again. So you said you're talking about the digital currency, and I've got some
So
other questions online, which I'll read them out, and then we can take
yes, so
along.
the third one is a major titanic shift of digital currency conversion.
Right.
I do believe that it's going to affect everyone massively on how every person would invest.
Okay.
The government, when they do announce, they're not going to give people enough time to be prepared for it. That means what I call the middle class is going to get affected massively.
Right.
If you are on the higher end, making sort of $1 million plus a year, those people will be prepared. Those who are on kind of below that, you're going to get affected massively. So there's three major titanic shifts that are happening, which people need to be very, very well prepared for if they want to grow their equity and or be able to grow their business. Either it's a property portfolio or their business, but they need to be aware of these major shifts that are happening and be ready for it.
Somebody will ask and will be asking that, are you a prophet of doom? Because what you're talking about is putting fear in people, or you're just giving the real truth that...
No, this is the ground reality. Bossman, this is the ground reality.
Right.
I'm not trying to scare anyone. Those who have... let me share with you a skill that I learned a long time ago.
Okay. Please go ahead.
Which is, every time there is any major movement in the market, and these are three major movements happening, it would normally bring in equal proportional opportunities for those who are prepared for it.
Okay.
So if, let's say, the buy to let market is dead, which I think it is, it means that now people can top up their skills and start to focus on BRR or the planning uplift development strategy. One thing that's happening massively is the downturn of commercial space, which the government has announced you can convert into resi. That's a major space that they can go invest into. Okay.
Yeah.
So every time there is a major change in the market, it brings in equal proportional opportunities. So it's all about being aware, observing, and saying, okay, now this door is closed. It's going to open another door. Which one is that? And how do I make that opportunity work for me? So it's almost like you're looking at a problem and saying, how can I convert that into an opportunity?
Yeah. So
now I share spaces, major spaces of what I call the closed doors.
Yeah.
Well, there are equally number of doors, or more sometimes, doors which are open. The question is, where is your focus?
Right. Now, thank you for the clarification. Now, there are a couple of questions here, but let me. Okay, that's coming from Vicky. She's on YouTube and she says, "Welcome, Jack. Are we heading to a housing crash or a house crash? If so, when? Should I wait to buy a property?" She said, what are the trends in the property market? Jack, the recession is scary. You are right about HMO. Right. Okay. So HMO, everybody knows about it. The bills are just running through the roof, and so many things happening. And with regards to the recession is scary. And are we heading? So are you saying we're heading towards a crash? With interest rates,
we are already in a crash. We are in the middle of it.
We the UK avoided a recession, isn't it? Just last month. So
I don't think that's the ground reality.
Okay, right. What's the reality then?
The ground reality is we are already in recession.
Okay.
The ground reality is that if you are looking to buy, the best time to buy is always now and remain now. Either you're in a boom or a bust. It doesn't really matter. The question is, when you are in a bust, that means that you're in a declining market or a recession, whatever you want to call it. The question is, are you going to be able to find below market value deals? Because when you are in a space like it's almost like what's happening now in the market is we are literally getting every day landlords calling us, uncomfortable with what's happening, and saying, okay, we are prepared to take 10% discount, 20% discount, even 30 to 50% discount, and just sell our properties. The question for you as an investor is, are you going to invest into a property that is 30, 40, 50% below market value? You must not go out there and buy at market value, because if you're doing that and the price is reduced, which they will, you're going to suffer. But if you buy something that's 30, 40, 50% below, then you're not going to lose out. I mean, we just bought a hotel, freehold, 50% below market value.
50%?
Yep.
Seriously?
Yep. So now, if the market crashes, it goes bizarre and we lose 20% value or 25% value, I'm still not worried. But if I had bought the same place, same asset for, market value, I would be extremely worried. Okay? So the best time to buy is now. You just want to make sure that you are skilled enough to go and find below market value deals, irrespective of the kind of deal it is. Either it's a development deal, a HMO, a conversion, a BRR deal, or anything. As long as you can buy any 30 to 50% discounted, you should be okay.
So minimum should be about 30%.
Minimum should be about 30%. Yeah.
That sounds good. If only, as you said. Anyway, you said landlords are running to you, and one of the things that I heard was people that had that have had portfolios are just, they can't wait to get rid of so many of their properties.
I literally have. You already know this, but those who don't know, we are one of the largest networks in UK.
Yeah.
P and Property Entrepreneurs Network is one of the largest in UK. And the number of landlords I have spoken with in the last 3 months who are so uncomfortable sitting on a portfolio, just because let's say hypothetically they have 40% equity.
Yeah.
And they are 60% in debt. And if let's say the market loses 20% value, and then the interest rates go up to about 6 and 7%, they're practically wiped out.
That's true.
So the number of people that I've spoken with, investors, I'm talking about investors and landlords who are so uncomfortable. And I'm talking about investors, developers who are on 10 million plus portfolios. So uncomfortable in their gut that they have reached out to me, and I'm talking about tens of them, okay, who've reached out to me and said, we would be happy to sell our position, even if it means giving 20% discount. Imagine, owning a portfolio of 10 million, saying, we'll give away 2 million discount. Someone comes in, buys our position at 8 million. Would be still happy. Wow.
That's a lot.
Okay. I got actually day before yesterday, worth 450. The guy is happy to 60 to 70.
What?
Okay.
No, Jack.
I get this every day.
You said what? The guy was willing to do what?
So the property was valued at 450.
Okay.
He owed the bank 268,000.
Right.
He was happy to take 268 so he could pay off the bank and walk away.
Oh my days.
I get these calls literally every day. Even right now, you could go and check our website. We've got portfolios and we've got properties 20, 25%, 30% discounted all day long. I can go on Rightmove and Zoopla and I can literally find you 20% discounted property or 25% discounted property day in, day out, every single day.
Whew. Wow.
So the question for someone who is saying, okay, is it the right time to buy? The answer is yes. Just make sure that you buy something that's 30% discount. Don't go buy market value. You will go bankrupt if you buy market value. Okay, so be prepared to go and find those properties, negotiate.
Sorry, Jack. Except it's for residential, then. I mean, for residential, is that not right? That should be okay.
Are you saying is it for commercial as well? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. So you're talking about if you have to go out there and buy, you have to be looking at 30% discount. And I'm saying, if it's a residential, majority of the people buying residential are, they are ignorant. Excuse my friend. It's not that they don't want to know, but they don't know. So they'll go out there and buy at market price, market value.
That is right, Bossman. See, that's why I said when we started the session, I said 80% of the people don't know, unfortunately, and do not have the skills to be able to find deals like that, to be able to have enough awareness around what's really happening in the market.
Yeah.
And they're going to lose out. They're going to lose out. I can, I'm a person of sharing value. If you're listening to this, right, reach out to Property Entrepreneurs Network, send us a message on. We will share with you trainings that you can go and watch for absolutely free.
Yeah.
And you can go and watch these trainings and get the knowledge to be able to say, okay, what is really happening on the grassroots level? How can I go and find these discounted properties, either it is residential or commercial, and then be able to now grow your equity in your portfolio. And that's for absolutely free. You pay absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Thank you for that. And that's Jack for you. He gives value and he gives it for free, whilst people charge a fortune for the training that you're going to get free with Property Entrepreneurs Network. And you can Jack is going to give us the website and all those stuff, but let's get into this particular model or the strategy that you talked about the last time we hosted you last year. You talked about the hotel strategy, how investors can partner with yourselves or do JVs to get value for money. How does that work? Buying hotels, from HMOs, from development now to hotels. How is that happening?
Okay, so for those who are listening to this, please do not go out there and start investing into hotels. You want to make sure that you have at least the basic knowledge to be able to go and find these deals, to be able to invest. If you're going to go and buy something at market value in a hotel, most hotels actually make very little money, and it's a very difficult game to be in the first place. So make sure that you get the knowledge first before you start investing into it.
Very true.
But at the same time, I am a massive believer in, if you don't take the risks, you will never. In fact, it's a common saying, which is if you're not taking risks, that is the biggest risk in and itself. And I'm a massive believer of that. I do take very, very heavy risks. Sometimes I actually do suffer with it, and that's absolutely fine. I'm always kind of prepared. I have a very reflective mind in terms of if I am in a situation where maybe I've made a slight mistake, I'd look at myself and say, okay, how can I? In fact, there's a saying which one of a very experienced investor said. He said, "Show me an investor who hasn't lost money in one or few deals, and I'll show you an investor who's lying." Okay.
Yeah.
So there is absolutely no investor who's taken risks and has not lost money. uh, I am one of them. There's been times when I've lost money,
Mm.
but I'm a more cautious investor now.
Mm.
When I go out there and buy, I want to make sure that I am buying at a price where I'm not going to lose money.
Yeah.
If I don't make money, it's no problem, but I'll make sure I don't lose money.
Exactly.
So I'm a very cautious investor. So make sure you get knowledge. And at the same time, if you're looking to invest in hotels, reach out to us. There are certain loopholes. There are certain strategies. There are certain loopholes and tactics, if I may say so, that will allow you to make a profit still out of it.
Right.
Okay. I can share that. If you have a pension, you can take that pension and invest into a commercial asset, and be able to make profits at the back of that, and still have tax advantages. And commercial also means hotels. Also, when you're investing in hotels, like I said, as long as you can find the right deal, you can still make profits, and decent profits at the back of that. Again, reach out to us. We'll be more than willing to share more about it.
Okay, so you had it for yourself, Jack, saying that they are more than happy to help you, but he's done all the good thing about mentorship, which I'm going to ask. That's going to be my next question, which I know Jack is he's a superman when it comes to that. And if somebody is giving away that much, I said, I started off, I said, he started off by giving so much value, so much. Go to YouTube, type PEN, Property Entrepreneurs Network, and so many videos from where if you know nothing about the property industry or business, you want to start, you want to learn, you can start from there, connect with him, and he's got time for everybody. That is one good thing about, and that is good leadership. That is key, because a leader has to, you're a servant, and that's the strategy. A servant leader, that's the strategy Jack has adopted all this while. He's reachable. He's somebody you can connect with. I mean, help with what? I mean, except that he's not God, but apart from that, in human form, he'll be more than happy to help you and take you through for you to succeed, because your success is his success as well. And so, Jack, thank you for giving value all these years, and I know that, hey, the sky is going to be the limit, and PEN is going to go international as well. Possibly is gone international, and I didn't know, but it's going to go. I believe strongly. But let me ask this question about mentorship. And one thing, if you're watching us, you're live on the Property Hour Show with myself, KB Bossman, on Star Radio UK, this and every Thursday from the hours of 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and we're streaming live from our studios in South London. And let me say that thank you to our sponsors, CIG Properties, M&M Concept, Kerry's Furniture in Atlanta, Georgia, and also in Tema in Ghana, and also Mayor Associate. They are property project managers for housing projects in Ghana. If you're looking to build, whether private or residential, hey, look no further. These guys are well vested in what they do, trustworthy, and they'll give you value for money. But let me go back to the interview and say that I want to talk a little bit about mentorship, Jack. I know we don't have much time, but mentorship, how important is mentorship?
Bossman, let me share with you a very quick story.
Okay.
Very quick story.
Yes.
One of my mentors,
Yeah.
I actually joined him, and I went to him after a few weeks, and I said, I actually started asking him a few questions. And he training I gave you. There was 168 hours of trainings that he had given me.
168
Okay.
hours
Of back-end trainings that he had given me.
Okay.
And I said to him, I said, no, I haven't watched them all. And he said, the next time you come and ask me a question, to answer your questions.
You broke up there.
And that really hit me hard.
We lost you there just for
Can you hear me
a
now?
couple of seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you now?
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
So, you know, he gave me 168 hours of trainings. I asked him a question. He said, have you watched all your trainings? I said, no. He goes, you cannot come and ask me questions if you haven't watched all the back-end training. That really hit me hard. That was quite some time ago. I went back. I completed on 168 hours of back trainings, literally within a few weeks.
Right.
I went back to him, and at that point, instead of 500,000 questions, I only had a handful. And then he looked at me, he goes, now I'm looking at a person who is a bit serious about life. Now I need you to go and start implementing. The challenge with most people is they don't need a mentor. What they need is to be able to first look in the mirror and say, am I actually serious about my life? They need to look in the mirror and say, am I becoming the person that I'm meant to be in the first place?
Right.
Am I going out there and watching and listening to all the videos and the podcasts that are available, potentially as much as I can? I have literally sat down for 8 hours without a break and watched trainings.
Wow.
Okay? You know this, Bossman. I have literally read nearly 2,000 books in my life. And these books are no fiction stuff. I'm talking about personal and professional development. Okay? The first step for anyone is to go and look in the mirror and say, am I actually serious?
Serious, yeah.
Once you get that yes from you, that's when you go and find first the free stuff, and then when you watch the free stuff and say, okay, I've watched the free stuff, I'm looking at this person is where I want to be. And then you go and approach that person and say, can you mentor me? Can I come and shadow you? Okay? Because mentoring is only for people who are ready to implement. Unfortunately, I do come across a lot of people who would approach and say, oh, can you mentor me? And when you start mentoring them, they don't take enough action. And eventually it becomes like a victim or a blame game of, oh, the mentor is at fault. Okay? That's not the case. If you take half of the action of what I've done in my life, okay? And I'm not comparing necessarily, I'm just saying, if you take half of the action of what I have done in my life, you'll still do really well. Okay? So the question is, do you need mentoring? My straight answer to you is no. The first thing you want to do is go and look yourself in the mirror and ask this question. Am I ready? And if you are, then start your journey by watching the videos, by listening to the books, by digging deeper, not wider, digging deeper into the strategies, into yourself. There was actually a research done by Carnegie Institute of, the Carnegie Institute, right? Where it said 80% of your success depends on your interpersonal skills.
Interpersonal skills, okay.
Yeah. So the first step for anyone is look in the mirror and say, have I developed my interpersonal skills to a level where I am now able to approach anyone, speak with anyone, create my community, being able to attract people, being able to do my marketing, being able to do my PR, being able to value. That's your interpersonal skills, right? Yeah. It's your intentions and your interpersonal skills. That's the first question you want to ask yourself. When you start digging into strategies, that's your professional skills. That's only 20% of success. And there's a lot of research on this. You can go read about this research, but that's only 20%. So when you choose a mentor, the first thing you want to see is all the interpersonal skills where I would like to see mine. Has this mentor got the interpersonal skills? Has this mentor got the depth into the strategies? And that's when you want to choose. And like I said, the only time you want to approach a mentor and join is when you're ready to implement. If you're not ready to implement, don't waste your time. Don't waste anyone else's time. It's all about implementation.
Wow. When you're ready to implement, you dig deeper, not wider. I love that. Wow. Jack, I know your time as well. I know you're busy, very busy, man. But giving us all this hour is an honor to have you. There's a lot to discuss, but I believe that this year at least you'll be giving us a bit more time for us to share more with you. You share more with us and with the our listeners and our viewers across the world. This particular year, it will be a great year, and we will appreciate you tag some of them along, especially the motivational side of things, because as you rightly said, the people are not ready to move, because as you're saying, if you're ready, the free stuff is free. Just use your data or your Wi-Fi to read and listen to tapes and also audios and videos as well. So thank you for that. But before you leave us, what message do you have for potential investors, also people that are still making up their mind to get into the property business or to learn the strategies? What is in there for them? How should they approach it, and where do they start from?
Those are already seasoned investors and developers. I think most of them would already know to be cautious. Make sure that you're backed up by enough cash flow.
Yeah.
For the next 3 to 5 years, they're going to be tough. This is for serious, sort of the seasoned investors or people who have some experience, if I may say so. Those who are starting out, I would say, get some knowledge behind you, get some trainings, get some knowledge. The last thing you want to do is invest into something and realize that you're going to lose money, which is what's happening at the moment with. Don't end up being one of them where you're going to start losing money. I can assure you, if you invest in anything else except the 3 strategies that I shared, you are going to lose money. You will lose money. So it's almost like you join a new karate class, get a couple of belts. That means get some trainings. Okay, before you start investing, because you will lose out money otherwise. Get some trainings and start to implement right away. Don't wait. The best time always and will always remain, irrespective, boom, bust. Doesn't really matter. It's always now. But make sure you get some trainings. Make sure you're cautious where you invest. Make sure that you can find the right kind of deals that you want to invest into. 30% discount is very, very common at the moment out there. You just need to know where to look and how to negotiate. And like I said, we just picked up a commercial property, 50% discounted.
Incredible. So
don't hesitate asking for that discount. There are people out there very uncomfortable with the situation and are prepared to give you discounts. So yeah, just that's all it is. Cautious, careful steps, baby steps if you're new. And for those who are seasoned, they, I think, already would know that they have to be cautious for the next 3 years.
Okay, cautious for the next 3 years, and that's from Jack. And Jack, if you can give us details of how people can connect with you, I mean, with the network and all the bits and pieces, If you can give us that, that would be great.
I will give 3 spaces people can go to propertyentrepreneursnetwork.com. They can get registered with one click, and connect with investors, connect with agents, find properties, connect with builders, and every tradesman that you can imagine on the platform is propertyentrepreneursnetwork.com. And the second space they can connect is my social media, which is Dawrha, pretty much on all commercial social media platforms. They can connect, they can send us a message, we'll reach back to you as and when we can. And the third is you can WhatsApp us on the PN number, and someone would be able to add you to the network, to the groups. We have the WhatsApp groups. We are actually we are actually the largest WhatsApp network for sure in UK, in the property space. We got something like 20,000 plus people just in our WhatsApp groups. So you'll be able to network with, like I said, investors, agents, developers, and all sorts of tradesmen from the property industry. The number of PN is 07886962647. That's 07886962647. If you are connecting from out of UK, is +44 at the front end of it. So if you send us a message, would be more than happy to add you to the network, and where you'd be able to, like I said, network with investors and agents and find properties and so on and so forth, allow you to find some really good deals as well in the process.
Wonderful, Jack. Wow. All too soon, our time is up. We know you have to go, and thank you ever so much for...
Thank you, Bossman, for having me.
Joining us, and we appreciate every moment and the value you added. Thank you. And we'll catch up soon, and we'll get you back soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Bossman.
Thank you for tonight.
You take care.
Wonderful.
Take care.
You too.
Bye for now.
So you heard for yourself from the one and only Jack Dawrha, and this man, as I said earlier on, he's a trailblazer. He is the gaffer, the founder of Property Entrepreneurs Network. This man, amazing stuff, and giving freebies. I mean, I know some of the content that people are charging. A minimum you pay for that is £3,000, and he started off giving it for free. And as he said, you can still go back and get all these information. He offers training across, throughout the whole year. You're part of the network. He has time for you. You can connect with him. He's down to earth. He's always ready to help as well. And as he said, if you want to be mentored, you have to mentor yourself first, because you have to get down to basics by getting yourself connect to the freebies. When you have empowered yourself with all the freebies, then you'll be ready to make certain decisions as to because mentorship is not an easy road to ride on. So please, as he said, so many things. He said, when you are starting, don't dig wide, but dig deep. It means a lot. That's deep. That's deep. That meaning that you've got to be grounded in what you are learning. In other words, you've got to learn all the basics, get yourself used to what works, and you can ride on the shoulders of the people like himself that have made it, and the materials are available. Why would you want to fail whilst all this is available? So hey, you can connect with Jack on property. You can Google it, or you can find all the videos on YouTube, Property Entrepreneurs Network. Type that, or you can put Jack Dawrha, and he will come up. You can follow him on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, social media, so many. Almost every social media platform you can connect with Jack. And you know what? I love the free bits, but it is of value. People charge minimum of £3,000 for you to get those information. I know what I'm talking about. So we we want to say thank you to Jack once again for giving us this opportunity to also educate us. And as he said, it looks like we are already in a recession, and the property market is almost dead, but you've got to get the right strategy. Are you willing to take those steps? It's possible, because if you learn to get into light, you will not find darkness coming close, meaning that you can get the best out of the worst that is happening by you choosing the right strategies. And he mentioned some of them. He talked about HMO not working, bills skyrocketing, and also he talked about the strategy of BRR, that is basically to get into development, or purchase lease options, where you delay you go into should I use the word frustrated? Possibly. People that are stressed, they are in distress situations. You go negotiate and you buy it off them, but with no money down. Sometimes yes, you put some money down, but not too much. You sign off legally, and then you purchase it after. It can be after a year to up to 10 years, depending on the agreement. So these are all available. That's one of the strategies he mentioned as well. And I mentioned development, and he's getting into hotels, purchasing it. But you've got to get the knowledge of it and understanding to be able to get into. It's lucrative, but hey, it's also very risky. But without risks, you can't get to your destination. Even when you are within your walls, the risk is high. And let's keep on praying for Syria and also Turkey. So much. But hey, it's been a good night. I have learned again, and on the Property Hour Show, we're here to inform, educate, empower, and make sure in the end you are transformed. That's why we're here. You can make it if you believe it. If you believe that you can make it, all things are possible. the only impossibility is you overcoming you. And when you tell you that you're not stopping me, there's no limitation, there's no mountain anywhere, but ignorance is the biggest mountain that can happen to any human being. So don't be ignorant. Get the facts, get the information, empower yourself, get ready, and get set. And hey, go for it. It's achievable. You can do it. And so thank you. Join me next week, and we will be talking about, we will confirm, but we're looking to talk about something very interesting which many people ignore, but it's still talking about properties and everything that affects the property person. So watch out. Next week is going to be good as well. I know you might have enjoyed it. Why don't you share the link, and also like, comment, and subscribe to our channels, so that when we go live you get notification. You don't forget. This year, make it a plan to educate yourself and also learn all throughout, because we are here to educate. Thank you, and thank you to our sponsors. And let me say a big thank you to M&M Concept, graphic designs and merchandise when it comes to t-shirts, pull-up banners, all kinds of designs. Hey, look no further. It's M&M Concept. Amazing global company based in Accra, Ghana. Katie and the team, thank you for your great work, the great partnership we've been enjoying. And I believe that hey, you'll be able to connect with them via us. You can give us a call on 0208 133 2257. That's 0208 81332257. And if you do mention Star Radio UK, do mention M&M Concept and Star Radio UK, you get a discount of 15%. So let me also say that thank you to May Associate, another partner in Ghana. When you're looking, if you are looking, you've burned your fingers with friends and family, look no further. It's got to be May Associate. From conception to completion, these guys are trustworthy professionals. They've been in the business for a decade and a half. If you're looking to build your holiday home, residential, commercial units, warehouses, whatever, purchase land, is Mayor Associate. These guys will be able to help you. You need a credible and verified businesses to work with. We can attest to the fact that they are trustworthy. So you can connect with them on 0208 133 2257. We'll be able to direct you, and if we're not available, just leave a message. We'll call you back, and we'll be able to serve you better. And also, Kerry's Furniture said earlier on, the good news is that if you're in Ghana, look no further. If you're looking for quality and affordable, and also value for money, furniture and interior deco, it's got to be Kerry's Furniture in Tema Community 25, Top Oil petrol station, massive building there. You can find Kerry's Furniture in there, and you'll never go wrong. Quality that speaks for itself, from some of the world's best manufacturers of furniture. And so why do you have to go over the sea? That's overseas. Whilst you can get it in Tema in Ghana. Hey, and also when you come to the United States, if you want to replace your furniture, look no further. Kerry's will be able to do just that for you. They deliver to your doorstep from Moscow to Caracas. They will be able to do that. And from Achimbagro to Bogota, you've got to connect with Kerry's Furniture. It is Kerry's, that's KHARIS. That's KHARIS. And look for them, Furniture. Look for them on Instagram, Facebook, and they'll be able to serve you better. 15% discount. That's what's been agreed for you. And last but not the least is our biggest sponsor, CIG Properties, Cornerstone International Group Limited. Amazing company. If you're looking to invest in Africa or in the UK, look no further. Why? Because these guys are professionals that'll be able to take the burden off you. If you're looking to let your property out, they have rent guarantee schemes that they will pay. Whether the rent guarantee literally means that you get paid as a landlord whether there is a tenant or not, and that is what these guys have been doing. So, and also if you're looking to invest, if you're an investor from overseas, or you're in the UK, if you're looking to invest in Africa or in the UK, it's got to be CIG Properties, and they'll be able to serve you better. And you can reach them on 0203 916 5588. That's 0203 916 5588. And hey, if you need the best, you have to go for the most preferred and quality service. Thank you for tonight. I've been produced by Mr. Archie Hammond. Thank you so much, Apostle, for the great connection. And let me say that thank you to all that watch us on YouTube, so many of you, and also on Facebook. Kwejo Asante, hey Bokba, thank you. The one and only George Kwejo Asante, and Mimi, thank you. Vicky, thank you, and also CK, thank you. So many. But next week, but this Sunday, join me. You don't want to miss Faith Talk with myself and my very special guest. The flyer will be out tomorrow. Watch out, and you will be blessed on Sunday. I don't want to. I just watch out on our social media platforms, and you get the information. It's going to be out tomorrow. You've got to join us on Sunday, 4 p.m. UK time, Ghana time. US is going to be about 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. depending on where you are. And thank you for tuning in tonight. God bless. No stress, nothing less. Go for education. Go for information. Go for what will empower you, because as you're empowered, you'll be able to power others. And when you give, you multiply. Thank you. Good night. And it's been a good time on here. So, where's my... I had this that I wanted to share with you. It's a tune, but let me see how we're going to do it. Okay. Right, I've got to go now whilst we listen to this tune. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, I'm out. KB boy.
Thanks for listening.
Online, on mobile, and soon on DAB. This is Star Radio UK, the leading
Broadcasting
Afro-Caribbean
live
radio
online.
station in London.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
Thanks for listening. While the others keep on talking, we keep on rocking.
At work, at home, on your smartphone.